Shri Ganesha Sharada Gurubhyo Namaha Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha. Welcome to all for this session on Ramayana to chapter 48 of Sundara Kanda. In the previous chapter, we saw Kshakumara, the son of Ravana, with all his valor, came for fighting with Hanuman, and finally, after his daring fight, Hanuman catch hold of his leg, turned him round and round, and then hit him, hit him violently to the earth, killing him instantly. The youthful Aksha, having been slain by Hanuman, Ravana, controlling his agitation, filled with anger, commanded Indrajitha, who resembled a god, to take the field, saying, "You are the foremost of those bearing arms and have afflicted even the gods and asuras in war. You are renowned among warriors and have acquired divine weapons by the grace of Brahma. You are invincible in combat, even against the Maruts led by Indra himself. There is none in the three worlds who does not tire in battle save yourself. You are preserved by your prowess in arms, and your valor is your shield. Being versed in the knowledge of time and place, you are exceedingly experienced, and no feat is impossible for you to accomplish in the field, who are full of forethought. There is none in the three worlds but is conversant with your austerities equal to my own, as also your prowess and the strength of your arms in combat. They all depend on you. I have no anxiety regarding the outcome of the fray. In truth, I did not put the same reliance on those who have succumbed that I now place in you, O destroyer of your enemies. Neither in the Kinkaras, nor in Jambumali, the son of my counselor, nor in the five generals going forth at the head of their troops with innumerable forces, accompanied by horses, elephants, and chariots, nor in the youthful, dearly beloved Aksha, slain by that monkey. O hero, you surpassed them all. Therefore, reflecting on your own strength, with all haste act in such a manner that the destruction of the army may be avoided. O foremost of those bearing arms, considering your own prowess and that of your adversary, who now reposes quietly after creating carnage among these hostile hosts, act so that his might may be subdued. Powerful forces can serve no purpose here, for great armies flee before Hanuman, nor do maces avail. The speed of Maruti is irresistible, and like unto Agni, he may not be slain by weapons. Therefore, resolving all these things in your mind and reflecting on the divine quality of your bow with the intention of bringing about a successful issue, strive with determination to overcome your enemy by frustrating his attacks. Assuredly, it was not my will to expose you to this hazard, who foremost among those endowed with intelligence, yet this course of action is approved by warriors and is in accord with the duty of kings. In war, one must be versed in the traditions as also in the rules of military sciences in order to emerge triumphant from the struggle. Hearing the words of his father Indrajitha, whose prowess was equal to that of son of Daksha, circumambulated him and inspired with martial ardor, prepared to fight. Overwhelmed with homage by his cherished companions who had assembled there, he set out for battle. And the resplendent son of the king of Titans, whose eyes resembled petals of a lotus, bounded impetuously forward like the ocean at the time of the full moon. Thereafter, Indrajita, of matchless prowess, equal unto Indra, ascended his chariot, swift as the eagle or the wind, moving freely, drawn by four lions with pure white teeth. Standing in his chariot, most skilled of archers, fully conversant with the use of weapons, the foremost of warriors drove rapidly to where Hanuman was to be found. Hearing the rumbling of wheels and the twanging of the bowstring, the delight of that monkey was redoubled. Whereupon Indrajita, seizing his bow and steel pointed arrows, versed in the art of warfare, proceeded towards Hanuman, and as he advanced light-heartedly, his weapons in his hand, and four quarters grew dark, and jackals set up a hideous howling. Nagas, Yakshas, Maharishis, Krakaras, Vidyadharas, Siddhas, and assembled, and the sky was filled with birds emitting piercing cries. Seeing the chariot bearing down on him, the standard of Indra unfurled, monkey Hanuman raised a great shout and expanded his body, whereupon Indrajita in his celestial car drew back his marvelous bow, emitting a sound like thunder, and those two powerful heroes closed in conflict, the monkey and the son of the king of Titans, like unto the god and demon. Indifferent to danger, they began to fight, and that mighty monkey evaded the impetuous army of that valiant archer and consummate warrior in his great car by executing a myriad evolutions in the air with indescribable agility. Where thereupon the heroic Indrajita, slayer of his enemies, began to discharge his marvelous, superbly fashioned, sharp, steel pointed, and winged arrows tipped with gold, swift as lightning, hearing the rumbling of the chariot, the rolling of the drums, together with the sounds of the scratching of the bow. Hanuman leaped here and there, and that mighty monkey, evading the rain of arrows, skillfully eluded dexterous bowman whose target he was, and stretching out his arms, Hanuman, the son of Anila, turning aside from those missiles, leaped into the sky. Thus, those skillful and spirited warriors, exceedingly swift in motion and versed in the art of warfare, engaged in combat to the wonder of all beings. Nor was the Titan able to take Hanuman unawares, nor Maruti surprised Indrajita as they hurled themselves in one another with a courage worthy of the gods. Observing him unscathed, although the target of his infallible arrows, Indrajita, controlling his senses, engaged in profound concentration of thought on Hanuman, and finding him incapable of being slain, he began to consider how he could be bound fast, and that most experienced of warriors, full of exceeding energy, discharged that powerful weapon conferred on him by Brahma on that illustrious monkey. Knowing him to be incapable of being slain, Indrajita, skilled in strategy, bound that offspring of the wind god with the aid of that weapon. Struck by the Titan, with a Brahma weapon, that is Brahmastra, that monkey Hanuman fell to the earth unconscious, but knowing himself to be bound by a shaft belonging to the Lord, he did not experience the least pain. And though bereft of strength, that monkey bethought himself of Brahma's blessings, because Brahma himself blessed Hanuman but he cannot be killed unless and until he himself wish to die. And in order to pay his reverence towards Brahma, he accepted that Brahma's weapon, Brahmastra, and he bound himself by that Brahmastra. Then that heroic monkey began to recollect the boons conferred on him by Brahma, and thinking of that weapon bestowed by the self create, consecrated by mantras, he reflected, I may not release myself from these bounds in virtue of the power of that Guru of the world. Further, this subjugation has been ordained by him and must be endured by me. Thereupon, reflecting on the power of that weapon and the compassion of the grandfather of the world, that is Brahma, towards him, also of the possibility of deliverance, the monkey submitted himself to Brahma's decree. He thought, though made fast by this weapon, I experience no fear. The grandfather of the world, Mahendra and Anila, will protect me. And so I deem it to be my advantage to fall into the hands of the Titans and thus come face to face with their great king Ravana. Therefore let these enemies take me captive. Having thus resolved, the destroyer of his enemies, full of circumspection, lay motionless, and being ruthlessly pinioned by the Titans, he respected to their threats and abuses. He responded to their threats and abuses by leonine roars. Beholding that subduer of his enemies lying motionless, the Titans bound him with the plaited ropes of hemp and bark, and he willingly allowed himself to be tied and insulted by his enemies in order that he might converse with the king of the Titans, Ravana, should he, out of curiosity, desire to see him. Bound with ropes, the monkey was no longer under the sway of the Brahma weapon, for he being secured by other bonds, it was rendered that Brahma weapon was rendered void. Beholding that excellent monkey bound with bark, the valiant Indrajitha recognized him to be freed from the supernatural weapon and became pensive, saying aloud, Alas, those titans have rendered my exploit useless, not being conversant with the power of the mantras, and that Brahma weapon being rendered void, no other weapon is effective. Thus, we are all placed in a great predicament, for this weapon may not be loosed twice, because that Brahma weapon cannot be thrown twice on any enemy, and once that Brahma weapon, the Brahmastra, is been thrown, no other weapon will be effective in the warfield. And now that Hanuman is released from that Brahma weapon because of the mistake committed by the Titans that they tried to tie him with other ropes. Soon after the other ropes were used, Brahmastra, the Brahma weapon, immediately released Hanuman, and now actually Hanuman is free. He can easily free from those ropes with which those titans are tying him. But yet he decided to go with the titans with his wish to see Ravana. Though delivered from the power of that weapon, Hanuman betrayed it by no sign, despite the suffering caused by the fetters that bound him, and he allowed himself to be ill treated by the Titans and assaulted by those cruel demons who struck him with their fists and dragged him before Ravana. Freed from the Brahma weapon, yet bound by the hempen ropes, that powerful and heroic monkey was paraded by Indrajita before Ravana and his court, and those titans related to the king everything concerning that foremost of monkeys, who resembled a maddened elephant that has been bound. On seeing the foremost of monkeys made captive, those warlike titans inquired, saying, Who is this? Who has sent him? From where he has come? What is his mission? Who are his supporters? And others exclaimed angrily, kill him, burn him, devour him. Having come some way, Hanuman observed elderly attendants seated at the feet of their sovereign, and he gazed with admiration on the palace decorated with gems. Then the exceedingly powerful Ravana beheld that foremost of monkeys, dragged here and there by those hideous titans, and Hanuman gazed at the Lord of the Titans, who was like unto a blazing sun in his might and glory. Seeing Hanuman, the 10-headed one, Ravana issued orders to his chief ministers, distinguished for their lineage and character, who stood before him and commanded them to interrogate that monkey. Thereupon, questioned in turn by them concerning the purpose of his coming, Hanuman answered, I am a messenger. I came from King Sugriva. Thus come to the end, chapter 48 of Sundara Kanda in Ramayana. Namaste Sharada Devi, Kashmira Puramasini, Twamaham Prarthaye Nityam, Vidya Danancha Dehime. Goodbye.